Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Once Upon a Crescent. Thank you for joining me for season 6. I was, just charging up my imagination here. It's the most important part of this podcast. I tell the stories, you imagine them, and we both learn a thing or two about our deen. Okay, let's get started.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Today's story is called Aziz and Khalil's Midnight Adventure. Baba excitedly walked into his son's room ready to wake them up. Baba checked his watch. It was exactly 4 a.m. Aziz and Khalil were peacefully asleep, but were soon going to be up for their morning. 4 a.m. is pretty early to start your day, isn't it? The sun isn't even up then. So why is Baba waking up his sons in the middle of the night, you wonder? Well, Baba promised to take the boys to the Masjid to have suhoor there. It is Ramadan after all. Baba thought this would be a great experience for his boys. Ramadan is the one special month that Mama and Baba bend all the rules for sleep, food, and treats. Baba entered the room quietly. He switched on Aziz's bed lamp and gently shook him awake. It didn't take much for Aziz to wake up. He was already rubbing his eyes and smiling from his bed. Aziz looked over to his younger brother Khalil. He was too comfortable in his warm bed and thick blanket. Baba whispered,
"Maybe we'll let him sleep. He's pretty young to be going on adventures in the middle of the night with us."
Aziz shook his head no and plopped into Khalil's bed to wake him up for this midnight adventure. "Khalil, wake up! Come on, wake up! Let's go to the masjid for suhoor." Khalil didn't show any signs of actually waking up. Aziz shook him again. "Come on, wake up, Khalil! I bet the Imam will be there." Hearing this made Khalil interested immediately. "The one that plays with all the kids?" Aziz laughed. "Yeah, that one. Now let's go." Once everyone was ready to go, Baba checked his watch again.
Okay, we'll get there soon, inshallah. You guys can see how busy it is at the masjid right now in the middle of the night.
"Will we be the only ones there, Baba?" Khalil asked as they entered their car.
Nope, not at all. There are older kids at the masjid right now playing basketball. There are older uncles right now at the masjid drinking coffee and chai. There are lots of aunties there too, making sure that suhoor is freshly served in a timely manner. But I haven't seen any younger kids, to be honest. But we'll just go and see.
Aziz and Khalil felt sleepy in the car. They stared out the window, noticing the darkness and stillness of the night. When they got to the masjid parking lot, the bright lights immediately chased away their sleepiness. Aziz exclaimed, looking outside his window. "So many people are awake like us, Baba. You were right. There are people playing basketball on that side of the parking lot. Baba, can you park near there? I want to watch them." Khalil straightened out his body, trying to get a better look at the basketball game. "Baba, look! The Imam is playing basketball with those big kids." Baba smiled.
And he's really good at basketball too.
Aziz unbuckled his seatbelt in a hurry, and his little brother Khalil followed. The boys got down from their car and walked with their Baba to the basketball game. The boys on the court cheered in excitement as the Imam ran to the basketball hoop and leaped up for an amazing dunk. The Imam's feet landed flat on the ground as he looked up to see all the boys erupt in a cheer.
Okay, so this means I have won as I predicted. Now let's go inside to help out with the suhoor, boys.
Oh, one more, please. Last one, Imam. Promise, we'll be done after this. Whoever gets to 10 points wins for this one. Please, it'll be really quick. The older boys begged the Imam for another game. The Imam took a moment to decide whether to play another round with the kids or whether to head inside. The Imam looked over to Baba and waved.
Assalamu alaikum.
The Imam left the basketball court to come meet Baba and his boys. The Imam caught eye of Aziz and Khalil and exclaimed,
Assalamu alaikum, young ones. How old are you?
Aziz replied, Wa alaikum assalam. I'm 7 and my brother here is 5.
MashaAllah, how young. You woke up from your comfy beds and sleep to visit the masjid. How special, MashaAllah. Are you guys sleepy?
Aziz and Khalil shook their heads no. I can stay awake for another 231 hours, Khalil said proudly. Baba looked at his son in surprise.
Please don't stay awake for that long after we go home though, okay?
The Imam chuckled.
Well, these boys over there wanted me to play another round of basketball, but I have a better idea. An idea that includes the both of you. Are you sure you're not sleepy?
The Imam asked once more. Aziz and Khalil felt excited. We're not sleepy at all. We're not sleepy at all. The Imam raised his hands up for the boys to give him a high five.
Okay, then let's race these older kids, and after we beat them in a race, they will finally agree to come inside the masjid for suhoor.
Baba watched as Aziz and Khalil took the Imam's hand and walked with him to the basketball court. The Imam addressed the older kids.
Okay, here's what we are going to do. We'll do a good old-fashioned race. I have Aziz here and Khalil here. They are on my team. The three of us against you guys. Ready, boys?
Khalil looked to the Imam and tugged on his hand and whispered, I'm the smallest one here. I won't win, Khalil said, feeling defeated before the race even began. The Imam bent down and smiled to Khalil. He patted his shoulders, signaling to Khalil to come climb on his back. The Imam took Khalil on his back and got into racing position.
Okay, get into position. First one to the other side of the parking lot. By that 3 wins. On your mark, get set, go.
Ready, set, go!
The Imam jolted forward, zooming past everyone. His speed was unmatched. Khalil held on with all his might, wrapping himself against the Imam's back securely. Khalil felt like he was riding a fast horse as he bobbed up and down as the Imam made his way easily across the entire parking lot. The Imam took hold of the tree and yelled,
First.
Aziz was catching up and made his way to the tree too. He got in second place. Second! I got second! Aziz felt extremely proud to make it right behind the Imam. The other boys took a few moments to arrive at the finishing spot. The Imam looked to Aziz and commented,
These guys have been playing all night. No wonder they are coming in last, huh? I say they need some energy. Come on, slowpokes. Let's make our way inside to the masjid for suhoor. You all clearly need it.
Aziz and Khalil followed the Imam back to the masjid. He looked to the Imam and asked, Are you a kid or are you an adult? The Imam looked surprised.
An adult, of course. What made you ask that, Aziz?
Well, how come you play with kids then? The Imam smiled and ruffled Aziz's hair.
Because this is the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet was known to be so kind and merciful towards kids. Whenever he would return from a journey, he would enter the city and seek kids playing, and he would offer rides to the kids on his own camel. Anas ibn Malik rahimullah was the servant of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He reported that he never saw anyone who was more compassionate towards children than Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, to be kind to kids is a sunnah.
Aziz and Khalil listened to the Imam attentively and headed inside the masjid. Baba was waiting for the boys at the front of the masjid with a plate of warm waffles. Baba helped Khalil off the Imam's back and asked,
Did you boys have fun?
Khalil nodded and exclaimed, It felt like I was riding a fast horse, Baba. I had the mostest fun. Aziz chimed in too. Baba, I got second place. We beat all the big kids in a race. I think I'm going to eat extra suhoor today for more energy. The Imam turned to the boys and smiled.
That's a great idea. Come, let's see what all is on the table. I smelled something delicious.
Aziz and Khalil ran behind the Imam, wanting to follow him everywhere he went. They ate suhoor with him. They cleaned up with him. They did wudu next to him as he did his wudu. And they even tried to line up next to him for Fajr Salah. The Imam loved their company.
Since we have many people here for Salah, you both can stand behind me in the first row.
Baba stood next to his sons, waiting for Salah to begin. He felt grateful that Aziz and Khalil got to experience this fun midnight adventure to the masjid for suhoor and for some playtime with the Imam. Jazakallahu khairan for listening to this episode. This story was sponsored by Sister Fariha for her two boys, Aziz and Khalil. I hope you enjoyed this story. And a big shout out to all the Imams around the world of different masjids that are friendly and playful and welcoming to kids. May Allah reward them immensely. Ameen. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.